Hello everyone, this is Mr. Daz Reacts. I hope you guys are having a splendid day. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to, again, a highly requested artist, Michael Jackson, but I'm going to do something very different. I'm going to be reacting to an interview that he did with Jax or EBONY. I think EBONY is the name or something else, so I think I just need to do some more research on that. But it was taken in 1987, and I don't really watch that much interviews of Michael Jackson in the past, so this would be a great way to start the weekend, just to see exactly what has been said. So I believe it's 15 minutes long, so I'm definitely going to give it a try. I'm very excited about it. So by the end of this video, if you enjoyed my reaction with this interview, make sure you like, and of course follow me by subscribing and clicking on the notification bell. So without further ado, let us react. Okay, let us begin.
It's been almost 4 years since you've recorded or come out with a new album. How do you feel now that the album is out?
I feel rejuvenated, kind of, because after working on it so long, it's so much work. A lot of people, they're used to just seeing the outcome of work. They never see the side of the work you go through to produce the outcome.
Yeah.
And I feel, rejuvenated and happy. It's a jubilation, really, is what it is. It's like a celebration. It's like, we're done.
How long did it take to come up with, I guess you almost wrote 8 songs or 7 songs on it. How long did it take to come up with that creative process?
I don't remember. I totally don't remember. I don't even count the hours or anything. Every song is different. Sometimes it happens quickly, sometimes it happens slowly. No one can quite say what the creative process is, because I have nothing to do with it almost, because it's created in space. It's God's work, not mine.
You know, talking about that, God gives us a lot of gifts a lot of times, and you've been really blessed with a tremendous amount of gifts.
Most definitely.
And yet it seems as though a lot has been required of you. Do you sometimes regret being so utterly famous?
No, sometime, only sometime. Sometimes I want to sneak into places and not have any hoopla or, and it doesn't work all the time, because people start and they crowd around, and which is sweet. I mean, I shouldn't complain, but
no, but you have.
Yeah, I definitely understand where Michael Jackson is coming from, and I think, excuse me, and I think that he's very blessed with the ability to dance and to sing and to write a lot of music, and the result of that, he becomes the king of pop. He's very famous with what he does, and even though the fame is good, but at the same time, you just want to, live a normal life, just go somewhere not being bothered. But, the amount of success that he's gained from his previous career with the Jackson 5 and, his albums Off the Wall and Thriller, it has really made him a mainstream success. He became a megastar. And he's been known all over the world. The fact that he accomplished that without any use of social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and all other social media platforms, that is quite incredible. So I understand where he's coming from. It is it is hard. You want to live a normal life and not be bothered from time to time. Because at the end of the day, he is human. He does have feelings. So I definitely understand where he's coming from. And yeah. So anyway, back to the video.
You have a right to complain, because everybody has the right to go out there and to just be alone.
Exactly.
But it seems like that right isn't really given to you.
Well, it's part of the work, I would say.
How do you feel about the song "Bad"?
And sorry to pause again, but you can tell the look on his eyes. Really, we just look at him. He just looks really, even though he's happy with the success he has, you can tell deep down something is really bothering him, and it's very sad. It's very sad to see it, but you know that's the price of fame. And yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'll continue on.
Talked earlier, and I told you that I like the song Bad because it's really all about you. You are the baddest when it comes to the record industry.
Um, well, it is quite different from anything I've ever recorded or I've ever written. It's a bold statement to say, but I mean it in all goodwill, you know, so don't take it too seriously.
It's a good modesty, of course.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like a way of saying you're cool, you're all right.
Yeah,
you're tough. I'm not saying I'm like criminally bad. Of course, that's how people would take it. It's a bold statement to make.
How about the video? The video is also another thing on this album is that a lot of songs make social statements, and the video also does that too. With Bad, I know that you probably didn't experience anything like that, but my name is Daryl, and I grew up in Harlem in the South Bronx, and I went away to school, and I also had to deal with peer pressures. How did you come about with that whole idea of doing something like that?
Well, it wasn't really my idea. It's actually part of a true story where this kid tried
it's
to
my
make...
story, in a sense.
Yeah, it's your story, but the truth of what really happened, this kid, don't look at me, Frank.
Let's do that. Hold on for a second.
Yeah, don't make faces.
Now, I know that you didn't write the video, but you're telling me the story is almost like the story of my life, but you're telling me that it's based on another person.
Yes, it is. This kid who went to school upstate in the country, whatever, who is from the ghetto, and he tried to make something of his life. And he would leave his old friends behind, and when he came back on spring break or whatever, Thanksgiving break, his friends became so jealous of him that they killed him. But in the film, they don't die, of course. So it's a true story that we had taken from Time or Newsweek magazine.
Yeah.
And he is a black kid like me, and it's a sad story. But
Yeah, no, that's very, very, very sad. I mean, you know, it's based on a true story, and you know, it's. I think I heard this story before, and you know, when you think of it, this is just as black people, you know, we always tend to never. Well, I'm not sure all, but some tend to, you know, be jealous of each other and saying, oh, just because you're not with us, the way you dress, the music you listen to, and the type of friends you're hanging around with, you know, it just makes you think that you're either a sellout and you just trying to be like somebody that you're not, and it's not true. You know, you just want to be a success in your life, because at the end of the day, life is very short, and we just have to make the best of our lives and not just to waste it on things that are not important in our lives. But yeah, it is very sad, and it's good how Michael really portrays it. And you know, as a black person myself, I remember, you know, being bullied when I was young is because of the way I talk. You know, I don't talk street or anything. I just talk like a standard London accent. But people think that, oh, I speak a posh white person, and you know, I don't understand why they do that. But it is sad, and we gotta learn not to stop doing this to each other, but to support each other to the best of our ability. I think now times have changed, but yeah, you know, I definitely do respect Michael Jackson for doing that. So yeah, anyway, back to the video.
Pardon?
How does that make you feel when you see those sad stories?
Oh, something like that is very sad because it's all negative. It's wrong. I think that's life, to want to grow and become more. And like you plant a seed and it grows into something beautiful. And it never dies, really. I think people should be that way.
Yeah.
You know what? My favorite song on the album is "Man in the Mirror."
Oh yeah, I like that a lot.
That's my favorite song. I tend to hold a feeling that no matter what you do in the world, it really has to start with you.
It's my philosophy too. If you want
Definitely.
to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then
And
make
make
a
the change. Yeah.
Is it
it's so
hard to
easy.
do?
Yeah, well, people don't look at themselves honestly. They don't look at themselves and point the finger at them. It's always the other guy's fault or somebody else. You should change yourself. Look
Yeah.
at yourself.
Yeah.
Make better of yourself, you know.
When you look in the mirror, are you happy with what you see?
In what way?
Just when you look there, in terms of that social philosophy.
I'm never totally satisfied. I always wish the world could be a better place. No, not at all. Hopefully, you know, that's what I do with my music, bring happiness to people and to bring joy, to bring some peace in their lives.
Are you a prayerful person?
Pardon?
I said, are you a prayerful type person?
Oh, yeah, I pray a lot, yeah. I see a beautiful sunset and I say, God, it's beautiful, thank you. Or a baby smile, or butterfly's wings, or anything like that, you know.
You know, on the album version of I Just Can't Stop Loving You, you make some very strong, sensuous remarks to a woman that you're lying next to.
I was in a bed when I was doing that.
Really?
Also, yeah. I was laying in the bed.
Okay.
Over and everything. Writing that whole rap.
And,
Interesting.
And the lyrics go, it goes, people really don't understand me.
You know, I say a lot of people misunderstand me. That's because they don't know me. I guess that's true. People believe a lot of crazy stories they read. And some is true, some is not. And,
does it hurt when you see those crazy stories?
Sometimes. But it's part of the work, you know.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing, you know. When you're reading stuff in the media, people tend to believe that's what it is. I mean, obviously when I was young I thought it was true, but all this time it was just media manipulation, just, you know, news outlets try to, you know, make money and get the exposure of their brands. So I mean, the lesson to be learned here for all of us is just to do our research, do our due diligence, and see exactly what. Why do I keep coughing? Sorry. Do your research, do your own due diligence about the person or anything in particular, so that you can find out the truth yourself. But most of the media is just tries to destroy people's image. So everyone, do your research.
You ever want to lash out in any type of way and say, hey, that's not true?
Yeah, a lot of times. But why bring more attention to a thing?
Exactly.
Is there another favorite song of mine is not as much as Man in the Mirror, but Liberian Girl.
Yeah.
Is there a Liberian girl in your life?
No, I wrote that at my house in the game room. I guess I was playing some pinball or something. And the song just popped in my head. And I think I ran upstairs, put it on tape. And it became Liberian Girl. Same thing with We Are the World, We Are the Children. I didn't really, I don't know why those words came, they just came as that.
Oh,
We are the ones
beautiful.
to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. I didn't think about it, just, you know, just comes.
Beautiful.
How about, one thing that I find is like what you said, it took so long to come up with all the different songs on the album, and every song is different. You have calypso influences, you have reggae influences, you had the new cruise sound with one, you have heavy metal with Dirty Diane.
I love Dirty Diane.
That's my favorite track, by the way. My favorite track.
Because it's a life story of a groupie. I hate to say the word groupie, but that's what it is. And it's something that I've experienced, and a lot of people who grow up on the road, like me. I mean, I don't remember not performing. And
do you feel as though you missed out on something by not remembering, not performing?
of course, but I've gained a lot too. A lot of people never get out of their hometown and get to see other wonderful places. A lot of kids read about things that I get to see in person all over the world, in different places. So I'm so happy about that. I mean, you never can have everything.
How does it feel when you go in to do a concert somewhere and literally there are tens of thousands of people that are rushing over to you just to get a glimpse?
That's a wonderful feeling, especially when you see them smiling, and I love the fans. I think it's very sweet. I feel thankful is how I feel. I really do. I don't take any of it for granted.
Yeah,
What would you say, what interests you most about life?
What interests me most about life is learning, finding out new things, exploring different worlds. I'm so interested in the human anatomy now, the brain, and so many different things like that, and the bones and everything.
I know that, and you know, this is a sensitive area, but you were very much interested in the bones of the Elephant Man, John Merrick.
Yes.
Is that because of your anatomical interest?
Yes, I've been to the London School for Doctors twice, and I visited John Merrick's remains, who I feel a closeness to. I love the story of the Elephant Man. A very sad story.
Would you someday like to do maybe a remake of the movie or the play?
Maybe, but I feel it's been done so well already with David Lynch, and I think it was John Hurt who played.
That's right, who played in the movie.
John Merrick, yeah. That I don't think I could contribute any better than what they've done.
The part that I like best is when, after he gains confidence, and then he's back on his way after having gone to the carny, they stole him out of the hospital. And then he's inside the subway station. And then finally he has to yell in a sigh of,
leave me alone.
Leave me alone, I'm not an animal.
I'm a human being.
I'm a human being. Do we as human beings treat people as animals too many times?
I think so.
Yeah.
Man's inhumanity to man, I mean, that's what war is all about.
Sure.
Yeah,
so many problems in the past.
Are you scared of war?
I don't think anybody likes war, in truth. No, I don't like war. I like peace. I'm a peaceful person.
And yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree with what he says. I mean, I don't think any of us don't like to see war, and I think majority of people don't like the truth, because the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. You know, when you look at the war that's going on with Israel and Gaza, and of course Russia and Ukraine, I think the civilians suffered the most out of the soldiers who given orders by their presidents or prime ministers to attack a country for whatever reason, for their selfish gain. And it's very sad to see. And Michael Jackson, for a very long time, he was definitely trying to promote peace and togetherness, but in this day and age, I don't think it will ever happen. I mean, there's some peace in other countries, but in all realness, or not realness, in all seriousness, I don't think there'll ever be peace. I think there'll continue to be wars everywhere around the world, and and a lot of people will suffer because of that, and people don't want to know about the truth. They just want to live their life, live a lie, and do as they please. So yeah, it is what it is. Back to the interview.
Do you ever think about ever being an ambassador or anything like that? The fact that you're accepted around this whole world.
Yeah.
You ever think about being some type of ambassador?
I feel I'm that already with my music and what I've done with music, because it breaks all barriers. I don't have to make a political statement. I do all of that with music.
Yeah,
it breaks all language barriers and everything to all races of people. It goes all over the world. And it's fun to see kids from India or whatever country you name, who know about the music.
Okay. Last question, sure. This will be about the tour. Appreciate the time. Can you hold on 1 second. Okay. Why did you choose to start your worldwide tour in Japan and not really give your fans here in America a chance to see you until the end of the year?
Well, as you remember, the Victory Tour was all American, and the rest of the world didn't get anything. So it's good to be fair, you know. And actually, I think it's more fair because the show would be much better when we get here. The worst thing to me personally to see is an opening show because you know it's not as tight as it can be.
Sure.
And it was something that my manager had done, and the people who work for me, wherever they book it, if I like it, I'll go. But I like Japan. I've been there before.
Any apprehension about touring by yourself for the first time?
I've done so much solo work. Even when I was little, 13, solo albums and solo appearances on TV shows. And it's just another road. But of course you always think and feel things. I don't see Marlon next to me. I don't feel Jermaine. I don't, you know.
Sure.
Wow, that was a very, very interesting insight of the life of Michael Jackson. Obviously, there's so many interviews of Michael Jackson, you know, being interviewed all around the world. But one of my subscribers has suggested that I should check this interview out, and I'm glad that I have. And yeah, it's gives me a different prospect of his life and what he's thinking and everything else. And yeah, as he rightly said, you know, from his Bad album, Dirty Diana is one of his favorite tracks. It's definitely one of mine as well. I think it's easily one of my interesting tracks that I listen to from Michael Jackson, and of course Beat It from the Thriller album. So yeah, well, I mean, this has been a great insight. If there's any interviews that I should check out, I mean, it doesn't have to be Michael Jackson, it could be anything else that I should check out that is very interesting, that I can add my input to it, then just comment down below. And again, if you want to see more of these type of contents, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell, and of course follow me on Instagram. So thank you very much guys for watching along with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.